What happens when a fiercely proud, deeply traumatized high fae warrior is forced into an aggressive military training and rehab program inside a magical, sentient library, only to find herself fake mating and locked in a high-heat, explosive physical rivalry with the Night Court's most lethal, tatted commander? You get A Court of Silver Flames, the massive, boundary-breaking fifth installment in Sarah J. Maas's globally dominant A Court of Thorns and Roses fantasy epic. Shifting focus away from Feyre and Rhysand, the narrative follows Nesta Archeron, the eldest sister who was forcibly remade into a high fae against her will in the Cauldron. Consumed by self-loathing, debilitating wartime trauma, and an unyielding anger, Nesta is spiraling out of control in the glittering city of Velaris. In a desperate intervention-style move, the Night Court leadership issues an ultimatum. She must relocate to the isolated House of Wind to train with Cassian, the fiercely loyal, battle-hardened general of the Night Court armies. The absolute genius of this narrative rests on its visceral, raw exploration of emotional healing and its exceptionally slow-burning, high-stakes enemies-to-lovers dynamic. The story beautifully contrasts the massive, sweeping political threats of a fracturing Prythian continent with the deeply intimate, agonizing psychological battles occurring within the House of Wind. Cassian refuses to let Nesta retreat behind her razor-sharp words and defensive emotional armor, matching her stubborn pride beat for beat. As their grueling physical training sessions on the wind-swept mountain terraces slowly morph into a blistering high-heat physical connection, a profound emotional intimacy begins to take root. Maas masterfully builds their chemistry from a foundation of mutual defiance, shared trauma, and unvarnished vulnerability into a sweeping, protective bond that threatens to alter the power dynamics of the entire world. Beneath the heavy layers of earth-shattering fae magic, explicit spice, and ancient political machinations, A Court of Silver Flames delivers an inspiring, heavy exploration of female anger, bodily autonomy, and the true meaning of sisterhood. Nesta's evolution is remarkable. Her power lies not just in the terrifying, death-dealing silver flames she stole from the Cauldron, but in her hard-won journey towards self-forgiveness and healing. The book beautifully handles complex themes of structural depression, recovery from violation, and the deep, enduring scars carried by those who survive catastrophic conflict. The introduction of the Valkyrie training arc, where Nesta forms a fierce, protective sisterhood with fellow trauma survivors Gwyn and Emery, stands as a spectacular triumph, showing how chosen families can heal even the most broken spirits. Supported by an incredible cast of beloved characters and an expanding mythology involving ancient, long-buried magical artifacts, this novel is an absolute powerhouse of modern romantic fantasy. Maas's prose is beautifully emotional, atmospheric, and unpairingly raw, making every grueling training milestone, hidden dungeon interrogation, and stolen moment of breathlessly hot intimacy feel incredibly immediate. The pacing builds with meticulous, agonizing tension, drawing readers into a thrilling, high-stakes climax at the Blood Rite, where Nesta and her Valkyries must survive a lethal, ancient test of warriors. Ultimately, A Court of Silver Flames delivers a spectacular, deeply haunting, and unforgettable reading experience that brilliantly proves even the coldest, most defensive ash can be transmuted into pure, unyielding gold.